Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here, standing along the Dan River in North Carolina. A film took place, they used the locations around this neck of the woods back in 2001. Production took place. Movie came out in 2002. In the US, 2003. An homage inspired by some of the classic of the horror genre. Evil Dead, Texas Chainsaw, things like that. Eli Roth directed it, and it involved a cabin, which I am hoping I can get access to. Might have to hike a little bit and find and see with my own eyes. Cabin fever. Can you feel it? I'm inviting you to join me. Not going to hit each and every spot, but I want to hit some of the key ones and some that really have not been shown in great detail. That's my goal today. Join me. I'm wearing an appropriate t-shirt of the genre. Yes, it's a different film, but it gets the vibe of the horror genre. Shall you? Feels good out, 34 degrees. I love it. Also, as the recording of this, Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. This genre of films never starts off well when you're driving down a desolate road with woods on either side of you. Never a good sign. I'm gonna take my chances though. I'm gonna take my chances. Maybe I'll be okay. I think I will. Located on the corner, whoop, there's a dog coming up, of Shepherd Mill Road. Hello. It's okay, buddy. Oh, goodness. And Pleasantville. Shepherd Mill and Pleasant View, I should say. Here in Danbury, North Carolina, is the historic Priddy's General Store. P-R-I-D-D-Y-S. Priddy's General Store. This could be seen in quite a few scenes. One at the beginning, one at the middle, and during the end credits. Might want to get out of the road. Get out of the road. May traffic might be coming through here. Here's an assortment of dogs all in this neighborhood. This dog isn't even paying attention to me anymore. They go inside here to get some supplies and meet the guy running the place, a very unique individual behind the counter. Also, this is where the other guy comes out and says, "Why'd you take that candy bar?" So why would you steal a candy bar from right here? Yeah, definitely still has that old-timey vibe. Oh, this dog is like right beside me. Established 1888. They have hardware, groceries, antiques, arts and crafts. And up top, see if I can get a screen grab just to kind of show what it looked like. This pooch is eyeballing me and then turns his attention elsewhere. Okay. I'll see you later. Getting camera shy, huh? Fair enough. Notice where they're sitting on the porch swing, the Country Ham sign. There's also the Priddy's sign up here in that corner as well. Can also see that Country Ham sign there 20 years ago, still on the side. And the truck I just showed, that old Ford, that's the same truck that's over there in the distance. The same truck that I was focusing on when the dog walked up. The dog has gone back to its home. I'm also noticing up here is a Coca-Cola and Pepsi signage. That was completely covered up in the movie. You know, obviously probably didn't want to give them their share of the profits and the money. But the Country Ham sign, take a look at this. Wonder if they have coffee in here. I could definitely use a coffee. So that could be seen very distinctly, as well as this red sign right there. Now the porch swing was like kind of dangling right here. Oh, look up here. There are some hooks there. Could have been where it was placed. At least a couple of the brackets. There is an open side. Let's see if I can see if anyone's in here. And inside the store looks almost exactly like it did 20 years ago for the filming. In fact, the lady who runs the place was telling me some stories and said that the production brought a bunch of set dressing along to fix the place up and make it look old-timey. And they didn't even need it. All the bottles that are through here, the pickle jars, all the bottles that the cashier is talking about in the film. And also in the very back, didn't even realize this was back here. Once I told her what I was doing, I was showing some interest in the film. She said, oh, there's some promotional photos and some behind the scenes stuff all the way in the back. So I came all the way back here to the back, and there are some props from the film, as well as some behind the scenes photos, newspaper clippings, articles, all about what took place here in front of the general store. Yeah, this is like a veritable treasure trove of goodness just tucked away back here, not even near the front counter at all. The counter is the same counter from the film as well, with the cigarette cartons and packs and the very unique U style. A couple items have been moved around when he's looking over here at the urine that's on the shelf. This is the same counter or the same shelf. It's like an old cabinet. And she was saying this used to be in her barn and termites were getting to it, so she brought it in the store. It was here 20 years ago and it's still here today. And back around front is where the lemonade stand was, over there near that picnic table. And she was confirming that they did take down all the Coca-Cola and Pepsi and anything that had a brand on it that they didn't want to pay royalties on or promote. They took them down and stored them. And after production was over, put them back up. Pretty awesome place, Pretty's General Store, and the lady that runs the place, very kind and gave me a lot of good info. Glad I stopped here. Oh, that dog's back over next to where that dog was. She was also saying they made them cover up the Ford emblem on the back of this. So if you watch that scene, they have something covering up the back tail. But this truck was here. Okay, see you later, dog. It's nice to meet you. There was no coffee a-brewing, but I did purchase this Pretty's General Store, established 1888, Danbury, North Carolina sticker. I am now going to take a 47-mile commute over to a place called Raven's Knob. Leaving the general store and about 48 miles to Raven's Knob. Hopefully find the cabin. Traversing some very windy roads on this commute. The roads are paved very well. The roads are in great condition, but they're very windy. 25, 35 miles per hour. Posted speed limit signs. Very windy and turny, but look at the snow over here. Thankfully, it's 34 degrees, 2 degrees above the freezing temperatures, and the roads have thawed a little bit. If these were a lot slicker, this would be a little on the dangerous side, but the roads look pretty good. They look wet, but not iced over. For example, if it was a few degrees colder and a little more moisture on these streets through here, this would not be the funnest intersection at this incline going down through here at all. Almost there. Very beautiful scenery out here. Also, side note, I have no cell phone connection at all. So I'm just going off of my guesstimation. Now the gate is open. Camp Raven Knob. All right, I'm going in. See what happens. This is not the time of the year that any activities will be going on, but this gate is open. See how this ends. Yeah, these hills are something else. Just going down, following this path, just looking for anything that might look familiar. I don't see anyone on property. Not yet, anyway. You could even see some ice there on the water. Part of the lake is frozen. Got the canoes here. That is all ice right there on the water. Probably can't walk out on that, probably very thin. I am just amazed that I am able to drive back in here. Didn't really feel comfortable driving any further. So what I'm gonna do is traverse this way. I'm gonna walk. Just see what I can see. Didn't want to get stuck over there in that ice. I don't know if there's bears out here or not. I'm hoping. If there are, there. Just leave me alone. I'm able to walk here on the little dry patch, but even my shoes are kind of slipping on this. Yeah, you know, just better safe than sorry. Last thing I want to do is hit a little patch of ice and go into the little ravine over there in my car, especially right up here. Also, I did find a store before pulling in here that had a coffee. Yeah, look at this. Oh goodness, this is an undertaking. Maybe it'll pay off. Maybe I'll find what I'm looking for. Just no bears, please. Now I do remember in the film that there was a bridge going over a little waterway like that, close to the cabin. And there is a little waterway there. So possibly around this bend. There's a few flagpoles there. Not looking familiar. Oh, you know, a path through the wood. Oh wait, there's a bridge. No. Could this be the bridge? Oh, I think I found it. I think I freaking found it. Okay, be very careful going across this. Oh yeah, this is so slick. Oh. Ice all over this. Oh, this is, I'm almost confident this is the bridge from the film. Could be wrong. Let's see what's up here. There's a cabin. Is that the cabin? I found it. Oh my gosh, I found it. This is it. Cabin fever cabin. Oh, yes. This is it. An unplanned, unprepared adventure. Holy crud. Right here amongst the ice and the snow is the cabin from the Eli Roth film Cabin Fever. Filmed 20 years plus ago out here. On the side of this little berm. Yes! I am alone out here. Now because I, like I said, do not have any internet signal, I can't watch any clips on my phone or show anything like that because I didn't print anything out. Just a very impulsive adventure today. Going off of memory, the campfire right down here where they had placed the bodies at the very end. You just have to watch the film, take my word for it. Spoiler alert, campfire over here. The bridge at the beginning, you can see that wooden bridge that I walked across right in the center of the screen where he is going off looking for the squirrels. He's gonna go out. It ends badly. You know, what he thought was a squirrel was a human. And that was the bridge right over there that I just walked across right in the center of the screen. And through here also was the officer who was all about partying. He loved to party. He wanted everyone to party. Probably the best character, arguably the best character in the whole movie. And here's the little shed over here where they kept her towards the end. It could have been rebuilt a little more, but there is a little shed off to the side of the cabin. And I'm just gonna go out on a limb, because there's a limb right here, and say they did not use the interiors. But you'll notice, once again, going off of memory, these rocks right here are the same rocks, a stair stepping up. And at the end, when one guy thought he had made it, I made it! I freaking made it! Walks out, and right down there amongst the trees were those making sure he did not make it. This is so freaking cool. Do not want to slip. Yeah, that is probably very, oh, this is very slick too. Let me go this way. But those are the rocks. See if I can get in here, peek in here. Oh, no way. No, 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 no. Is this all this is? Is this all? Okay. Definitely no interiors were filmed in here. This is way smaller than you would think it would be. There's a loft up here. There's an old rusted out bed. Another bed down here with a mattress. The only time that I can recall that you see the interiors of this is when the door is open and you could see out like that. And then they go from a set and then they cut to this angle. And then there's another one when you can kind of see in like this, but that's about all you can see very quickly as he walks out. Talks to the guy about, you know, who's just obsessed with partying. And then she's standing up here. Go back inside, drink that 40. Just get ready to party. Gotta party. I am walking along the cabin fever cabin floor. Yes, yes. Why am I so excited about this? I didn't think I was going to find this. I had a glimmer of hope in my mind, but I wasn't 100% sure until I turned that corner. Saw that bridge. Epic! So freaking cool. I don't know if I'll ever get this chance again, so let me go up here. Wow. All right. Yeah, so just going to state that no interiors filmed inside here. That was on a set. And also a pleasant surprise. All that was holding the door open was this. Got to put it back the way I found it. Got the windows here. Some furniture. The dripping of the water from the melting snow on the roof line. I should walk over there and take a look at that. You know, sometimes things just work out. You don't have a game plan. You assume you're not going to be able to get down a road that's filled with ice. So you walk it and you see a piece of horror history. Relatively new, 20-year horror history. Wouldn't be considered a classic by my standards, but an enjoyable film. Kind of quirky, kind of weird. I believe Eli Roth's first major motion picture, even before he did Hostel. Pretty cool, all right here. In the backwoods of North Carolina. In the ice and snow, I'm all alone. Campfire there, where they stored her over there. The final climax right here. The party guy, the officer, he just loves to party. You can throw one heck of a party out here. I am so happy about this. For some odd reason, this is fulfilling. Getting a look around the back side of the cabin. Still standing. I can see why they chose this spot for production, because it's way out here on the property. Very quiet and peaceful and away from the rest of the facilities, quite a ways, tucked away in the back. Most likely still used during spring and summer months, but right now, in the middle of winter, not the case. Probably why I was able to get back here, because there's no activities going on. Nothing's booked. If I recall, there was a fence along here made of wood that could have been set dressing, or maybe this is part of that wooden fence that kind of went right along here. They parked the automobiles, and the truck that they beat up was like right over here somewhere. What really gave it away was right there in the center of the screen going over that little river. Once I started walking over that, I knew I was in the right spot. And her friends betrayed her, put her in this little shack here. The shack was a little bit more elaborate, but this is the same spot as it was, because there is one angle where the camera's over there and you can see it from a distance. I'll walk over there and you could see both. At one point near the end of the film, you could see both the cabin and this little shack off to the side. I think it was more like this. Of course, there's a little more overgrowth than there was 20 years ago. And this is where they laid them, right here. It's the same fight. And obviously, look, here's a charred piece of wood. So this has been used, you know, recently, probably in the last year or less. Is that something about them, one being in the basement or being back in the house? Maybe not the basement, back in the house. And then they ignited the flame here and they walked back up into the cabin. About like that angle. Okay, I still got to walk over here, just to give the view of kind of where she was down here on the ground. You know, with the camera angle like this. There's the cabin off in the distance. This close proximity. They didn't really need a lot of set dressing because this was already here. If this is the one, it does look like it has 20 years of decay on it, so this has probably been here for a while, or some old machine parts. Yeah, definitely the same cabin, however. Jury's still out on this. You know, I'm not confident 100% going off of memory, but yeah. Pretty neat to think about. One last little peaceful peek here. I got one other spot. It's actually the beginning opening scene. It's a ways from here, but that's the way I'm heading. So I'm filming this out of sequence as far as continuity goes. But I want to go to where the opening town square was. That's probably another hour south of here, I believe. But this is the layout of the land here from the Cabin Fever property. Still looks exactly the same. You have to wonder if anyone ever utilizes that cabin and not knows the history, or maybe has never been told the history, or maybe even doesn't want to know the history. Definitely could throw one heck of a party out here. At least that's what I'm told from watching the movie. It's even more eerie that I am out here completely alone if that gate was open. I just drove in, parked, and then walked the rest of the way. Kind of bizarre. Watch my footing again. Gotta watch my footing. Sometimes ice builds up on these. Right here in the clearing of the woods at the bottom of this hill. That was awesome. So awesome. Let's see what the sign says for coordinates. Catawba. So there's a little hint. There's a little hint for anyone else who wants to make the pilgrimage to where it's located. Right past these flagpoles and this little circular leaf cul-de-sac. Commuted 54 miles away over to Moxville, and truthfully this area is a lot more built up than I thought it would be. This is called Court Square, and they have a major intersection here now compared to what it looked like back 20 years ago. In fact, there used to be a big tree over there on that little grassy hill. The tree is gone. Looks like a seedling has taken root, and there's a small tree here now where the big tree used to be. And right at the very beginning of the movie, the truck pulls up right along here, and you can see this little section. But they really only show this, so you just kind of assume it's definitely a tinier community, or at least the road that passes by, than it is modern day. Still is a small town, but a kind of a busy intersection here. And also shown is the courthouse over there as well in that opening scene, just after the opening credits. And it was about from this angle where the truck was parked, and she yells out the window, "No more finals! Don't do it! Don't go to college, it's a scam!" Looks a lot different without that big tree there. I was saying that really loud. People are probably thinking, what are you saying over there? Okay, now it's not that busy. Now that I've stood here for a moment, there's a little bit of a lull in traffic waiting for that car to pull out. But their truck pulls off and goes the same way as that vehicle does. It's like recreating the scene almost. And that's gonna do it for today. Pretty dang excited that I got to the cabin from cabin fever. I'm feeling the fever, if you will, of a horror film that was filmed kind of spread out. Hour from one spot to an hour to the next, an hour to this one. And it seems as if most people, when they are doing the locations of cabin fever, usually just go to the store, and that's about it. Also, there were a couple of spots that were filmed in LA, out in Griffith Park. The Batman cave and all that was utilized the other side of that. But obviously, I'm not gonna go all the way out to LA to just get that one moment. But what I really wanted to see, I got to see. Trudging through the ice and snow, and you can see right here, an hour away from that park I was just at, kind of tucked away on the back of the property. There is no snow here where the tree used to be. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, vlog. Are you feeling the fever of the cabin? I am. The vlog is over.